So why form a Nevada LLC? Nevada's done an incredible job of improving their LLC statutes. In fact, I got together one-on-one with the Nevada Secretary of State at the Capitol building in Carson City, Nevada, and he told me they're determined to make it one of the most favorable states in which to form an LLC. So in this video, we'll first talk about the top 10 benefits of a Nevada LLC, and then we'll dive into the details. Hi, I'm the business guy. I set up my first Nevada corporation in 1991, and thousands of corporations and LLCs in Nevada since then. Our company started in 1906. I believe we have over 70,000 clients in our database. We have attorneys on our staff who are experts in company formation. So if you want to set up a Nevada LLC, you can contact us at the number below. Oh, by the way, if you're watching this on YouTube, I'd really appreciate it if you could please take your mouse or your thumb and click the like button below so that YouTube promotes this video. Thank you so much. And you can also click the subscribe button so that when more videos come out like this, you'll get notified. As a little background of why you'd want to listen to me on this subject, in addition to forming companies in Nevada for over 30 years, I lived in Los Angeles for 20 of those years and had an additional office in Las Vegas where we set up Nevada companies. So as a licensed pilot, I'd regularly fly to my Nevada office, and we still have employees in Nevada today. Now keep in mind, you can use your Nevada LLC back home. First, have us file your Nevada LLC. Second, have us file documents that qualify your Nevada LLC to do business in the state or country where you live. And let me tell you, Las Vegas really is a fun place to visit with incredible shows, restaurants, hotels, casinos. I mean, how'd you like to visit Las Vegas and have your Nevada LLC meetings and take your trip as a tax write-off? We've seen perfectly legal ways to do that. So before you do, be sure to check with your CPA for details. So in addition to that, what are the top 10 benefits for forming a Nevada LLC? First, the names of the members, or corporate shareholders and CEO for that matter, are not a matter of public record in Nevada. Second, Nevada has zero business tax on corporations or LLCs and no personal income tax. Number 3, Nevada does not share financial records with outside agencies. Number 4, you do not have to reside in Nevada to form an LLC there. Number 5, Nevada offers protection for acting members and managers of corporations and LLCs. Number 6, a one-person LLC offers charging order protection so that when an owner is sued, the law can protect the member from losing the company or the assets inside. And number 7, Nevada LLCs and corporations can offer stock or LLC membership in exchange for services, work, real estate, or more instead of cash. Number 8, LLCs are flexible in terms of management. That is, you don't even need to be a member or owner of a Nevada LLC in order to have 100% of the management control. Number 9, Nevada offers flexible profit distribution regulations to LLCs. And finally, number 10, Nevada minimizes the risk, time, and cost when somebody sues your business. Now, there are some people who say that if you form a Nevada LLC and use it back home, that only the LLC rules back home apply. Not completely true. Study the case law like I have, and in just about all U.S. jurisdictions, issues having to do with intercompany matters and matters among the LLC members are regulated in the jurisdiction where the entity is formed, in this case Nevada, where the laws are very business friendly and not where the members or owners live. Now, if you're considering forming a Nevada LLC, let's first discuss exactly what an LLC is. An LLC, or limited liability company, gives limited liability to its owners, also known as members, and offers a pass-through tax structure by default. With a pass-through tax structure, the business does not pay taxes on its own income. Instead, any gains or tax deductions are passed through to the owners and are filed on their personal tax returns. Furthermore, you get to choose the tax treatment of your Nevada LLC. You can choose to have it taxed as a single member LLC, taxed as a sole proprietorship, with 2 or more members as a partnership, or if you file additional forms with the IRS, you can choose C Corporation or S Corporation taxation for your LLC. As with any state, there are some guidelines you must follow when setting up an LLC in Nevada, but there are also significant advantages. For more information, read our article on Nevada LLC advantages versus disadvantages. Now, let's detail some of the benefits on forming a Nevada LLC. Number 1, members or corporate shareholders, that is owners as well as CEOs and non-registered officers, are not a matter of public record. That is, Nevada provides privacy for owners of LLCs. In Nevada, you can have a nominee director or nominee manager. That is an optional service that we provide so that one of our associates show up in the public records as an LLC manager instead of you, should you so wish. because Nevada LLC law states that the names of the LLC managers must be publicly filed, whereas your nominee will have no real control. They can show up in the public records instead of you, so that when some contingent fee attorney goes sniffing around for assets, he or she won't see your name online as being part of the company. As a nominee, meaning in name only, this person does not necessarily need to have an authoritative position with the company. Using this option helps to add further anonymity for those associated with companies in Nevada. Naturally, this service is to be used for ethical and legal purposes only. Now, owners of privately held Nevada LLCs and corporations do not need to have their names disclosed in the public records. This helps protect members and shareholders from lawsuits, as the public cannot necessarily tie them to the company. So if a member or shareholder has a nominee step in as LLC manager, he can remain out of the public records. Reason number 2, Nevada has zero business tax on corporations or LLCs and no personal income tax. One of the most appealing aspects of forming an LLC in Nevada is that Nevada is a zero income tax state. Along with this, here are some other tax benefits that Nevada offers. Zero corporate tax, zero franchise tax, and zero stock tax. Nevada does not have personal income taxes. For single-member LLCs and LLCs taxed as partnerships, the income report, including gains and losses, is passed through to the individual members. Since Nevada does not have a state income tax, Nevada resident members of LLCs are able to avoid this extra taxation. Accordingly, combined state and federal taxation in most states averages 45 to 52%. So when you consider forming an LLC where the tax burden goes straight to the members, it's important to consider that your state income tax in addition to the federal tax rate. So depending on the state in which you reside, these tax breaks can be significant. As a flow-through entity, you will pay tax where you live, but will not have additional tax filings in Nevada. Reason number 3, Nevada does not share business or personal records with outside agencies. Since Nevada does not have an information sharing agreement with the IRS, this keeps a conflict between state and federal computers from creating a red flag. Reason number 4, I'll show you this picture of this cute pony if you click the like button right now. Okay, now seriously, reason number 4, you can live anywhere and own a Nevada LLC. Aside from being 18 or older, there are just a few regulations about who can form a Nevada LLC. This makes forming an LLC in Nevada an ideal choice for those seeking to take advantage of Nevada asset protection benefits. You can be located in another state or even another country and still form a Nevada LLC. We also offer a Nevada office program, giving your company a Nevada address and a phone number answered during business hours. Reason number 5, protection for acting managers, officers, and directors. Piercing the corporate or LLC veil does not generally apply in Nevada. For acting members of corporations, Nevada offers immunity from lawful acts in the company. Same for an LLC. As a result, an individual can be protected from personal liability while holding a position in an LLC as long as it does not involve fraud or breach of fiduciary duties. Acting members include anyone who manages day-to-day operations, which includes anyone who makes decisions or votes on behalf of the company. Managers and acting members of LLCs in Nevada can be protected to the same extent. However, the decision can be left to the majority vote of the members of the LLC. So the bottom line is, with most Nevada LLCs, no person can be held personally liable for lawful acts of the business. Reason number 6, a one-person LLC offers charging order protection, so when an owner is sued, the law can protect the member from losing the company or the assets inside it. That's a big deal. Reason number 7, LLCs and corporations in Nevada can offer stock or LLC membership in exchange for services, work, real estate, cash, and more. What that means is, if you're a member of a Nevada LLC, you have the option of receiving or offering services and/or property instead of cash. Now, not all types of LLC support this option, but it's still worth considering as an advantage to those who want to be Nevada LLC members but are low on cash. Reason number 8, LLCs in Nevada are not subject to the formal management regulations like corporations. Corporations are run by directors who oversee major decisions on behalf of the corporation, and officers who uphold and run the business on a day-to-day basis. LLCs, however, are not generally held to the same stringent annual formalities as corporations. Since LLCs have no shareholders, it does not need to have shareholder meetings. And since there are generally no directors, there's no need for board of director meetings, as there are with corporations. So this makes LLC meetings optional, therefore easier to operate. Reason number 9, Nevada LLCs have flexible profit distribution options. While there's no limit on the number of members allowed in any particular LLC, there are also no regulations on distributing profits from the LLC. One person can own 10% and receive 80% of the profits and have 100% of the control, for example, if that's the way it's written in the operating agreement. Reason number 10, and finally, Nevada minimizes the risk, time, and cost when somebody sues your business. By minimizing the need for extensive LLC or corporate formalities, Nevada law helps minimize the risk of somebody penetrating the company's shield. And with predictable commercial rulings in Nevada courts, the risk of litigation is further decreased. Finally, Nevada offers priority business hearings to reduce the time and expense of litigation. Nevada offers a highly regarded business legislation. The business mindset of Nevada makes it appealing to many looking to start businesses. Offering low taxation, privacy, and protection, many agree that Nevada is the most favorable state in which to form an LLC. Now, if you'd like to form a Nevada LLC or have questions about the Nevada Office Program or Nominee Privacy Service, call Companies Incorporated at 1-888-444-4812 or complete an inquiry form on our website. And please be sure to click like, subscribe, and share this video with others. Thanks for watching. This is The Business Guy.